What happens when you tell Taylor, stay home, it's not safe out there?
She just says no, just flat out no.
Okay, now Desi, you're the stepdad and you've been involved here how many years?
Since the beginning of last January.
Okay, so you're pretty new to this. She was
Correct.
12 when you got involved. So I just want to say up front, it makes it very, very difficult for you to be a disciplinarian here because
It does.
once they get to 5 or 6 years old, you're not dad, you're mother's husband. And that makes it very difficult for you to be the primary disciplinarian here. What you can do is support Gina in what she's doing,
Correct.
but it's hard for you to be the primary. So let's just get that out on the table right in the beginning.
100%.
Okay. Now, Gina, you say she just says no. Uh, when I hear that, that doesn't fit in my ear very well because that's just not an option. I mean, I don't understand how a 14-year-old child is determining what's done and what's not done. How did she get control of this situation?
Maybe I'm not as strict as I should be. I mean, the other night when we were on the phone and she was out seeing her boyfriend, I said, you need to come home now. And she just said no. So, I mean, I've called the police several times and they go find her and bring her home, but there's nothing that they really end up doing. So I tried punishing her. I put her on restriction. She gets very belligerent and throws temper tantrums, and she hits doors and kicks holes in the wall and throws herself down and hits her head against the wall and threatens to cut herself or hang herself in the bathroom. She's very, very dramatic. And sometimes I think I try and control that because it starts to control us.
I was looking at the pictures that you were kind enough to share with us, and it looks like two different girls between the age of 12 and 14. It looks like she went from a pretty mainstream child to someone that's more rebellious on the edge.
Right.
Two different
Absolutely.
two different girls. What happened in between other than the introduction of Desi?
Well, I think her father leaving had a lot to do with it. And I think that's really difficult for her. And I don't think she knows how to express it.
We're in a COVID-19 international pandemic right now. So what happens with your parenting this child? Stakes are higher, right? I mean, this would be a pretty high stakes game anyway, because you're concerned about her decision making, her high risk behaviors, putting herself in harm's way, those things. But now this is all being done within the frame of this pandemic, where if she goes out when she's not supposed to, A, she's violating the stay at home order, B, she's putting herself in a situation where she could be exposed to what is potentially a very deadly virus. See, she could get exposed and become a carrier and then expose the two of you who are in a higher risk age group than she. She can be around others, parents, store clerks, restaurant workers, put them at risk. So there's more going on here than just her.
Absolutely. I I don't think she really understands the capacity that she could bring something home, and I don't really think she cares.
That's
Uh,
about mine. Yeah, she doesn't care. She just
Yeah.
wants to do what she wants to do when she wants to do it.
Yeah, well, that's pretty common to teens, but the stakes
Right.
are higher here.